I know this is a tempting solution to our problems. In some ways, it looks like an easy fix to just put more kids with fewer teachers. And I know some states have done that. And I'm trying to find out if we historically have done that. And I'm concerned about a race to the bottom with that type of thinking. So the Bipartisan Policy Center's Early Childhood Initiative studied 35 states. Wisconsin was one of them. And they looked at that adult-to-child ratio for child care centers. And there's a national best practices standard. And Wisconsin, actually in the first two categories of infants and young toddlers, falls within those standards, but we're already outside those standards when it comes to older toddlers and preschoolers. So we are already putting more children per teacher in those ratios than the national best practices advice. So for me as a mom, I wouldn't put my child or children in a center that doesn't follow those ratios. The problem we have in Wisconsin is that parents don't have choices anymore. I just heard someone this morning talking about being in a fun babies class at the library, and there was someone with a child there saying, does anybody know of any possible child care openings, because I don't have a place to put my child? And I've heard that time and time again from parents. I don't know how I'm going to go back to work. We're thinking about getting pregnant, so we're going to put our name on the list. So parents do not have choices. So as we are adding more children into that ratio, I don't think we're doing a service to Wisconsin, to children and families in Wisconsin who don't have choices and are going to have to go, well, this is what it is. Parents, how can parents be good workers when they feel like they're not being good parents? How can parents go to work and really focus in on their jobs when they feel like kids are not in good quality centers? I mean, we're putting our parents, I think, with this legislation in an untenable position. And I would not ask parents to do this, and I wouldn't do it with my own kids, so I cannot support this bill. You've got to think about quality, safety. Are those social, emotional needs being met with those kids as we're putting more kids with those teachers? And then we've got the teacher burnout. Again, you're not going to help. This is not a solution. You're not going to help keep our good teachers when you're putting more kids in that equation.